Hi everybody. Today I'm going to do an informative speech. I'm going to talk a little bit about study skills and student success strategies to improve your college experience. It is really important that you have good study habits and study strategies to increase your chances academically of making good grades and eventually graduating, which is the goal of that. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about some things that I've had to use in my own life to ensure the fact that I learned what I needed to know. So the first thing I want to talk about is the syllabus. The syllabus is a piece of paper that you download off the internet that's loaded with information. It tells you what you're going to learn in the course. It talks about when things are due. It's going to tell you the rubric for their grading. It's going to tell you information about your instructor. Some of them include a bio, some of them don't. It also tells you things like his email address and his phone number. So when you enroll in school, the first thing that they tell you to do is read the syllabus. Well, the syllabus, the reason you have to read it is because it's packed full of information that you're going to use for your college course for the day. So another study skill that I've had to learn to do is time management. Everybody has a certain amount of time to do a certain amount of things. And so how long does it take you to read a paragraph? How long does it take you to write a paper? How long does it take you to put your thoughts together, complete the research? We all have 24 hours of the day, and some of us work for at least 8 of that, and then so we sleep for 8 of that. So by the time you work in your family and everything else that you got to do, you're very limited to the amount of time that you can spend on things that you do. So you got to know how long it takes you to do things, how long it takes you to concentrate on things, and make sure that you allow yourself enough time to be efficient enough with your things. So another thing that I've learned to do in my college career is ask questions. If you don't find the answers in the syllabus, okay, then you need to find the email address. You need to send your instructor an email and ask him for clarification about, okay, how many words did you want in this assignment, or did you just expect an outline and then maybe you just didn't really get enough information about that. So either they want an outline or they want a 500-word essay. Which is it? So send the email, ask them, find out. If you guess and you get it wrong, bad grade. If you send questions and ask and you get it right, good grade. Well, ask questions. Learn how to use your email and learn how to do the things that you need to in order to understand what you need to do with your assignments. So the next thing I want to talk about is focus. You got to be focused on what you're doing. If you're sitting in a room where the TV is playing and people are coming and going, you're not going to be focused. If you have your cell phone on and messengers coming up and emails are coming in and text messages are coming, they're requiring your attention somewhere else. You're not going to be focused. So if you're sitting at your computer and you're working on an assignment and you have instant messenger on and you have Facebook on and everybody's demanding your attention, you're not going to be focused. Take the dogs, let them out, close the door, tell your husband you got things to do, turn the TV down, and just let them know you've got something that you need to complete. You've got to be focused on what you're doing. The next thing I want to talk about is research. When you do your research, you got to make sure that you cite your references. You've got to cite your references. You've got to give credit where credit is due. Because if you do not, then you're guilty of plagiarism. And plagiarism will definitely land you in a bad grade. They run your assignment through a check service called Turn-In. It'll tell them how much of it is your words and how much of it is somebody else's words. So what do you want to do? Good grade or bad grade? So make sure that you do proper research and that you give proper credit to the proper people for what information you decide to include in your assignment. So the last thing I'd like to talk about is your assignment completion. One of the biggest things that I always fail to do is I do not proofread. I get so tired behind typing up for hours at a time, and I get so drawn out with the information that I give that I forget to do the simplest things as spell check. I forget to do the simple things as just to proofread. So make sure that you're turning an assignment that you're proud of. Make sure that you're turning in an assignment that when people read, they understand exactly what your message is about. Because if you don't understand it, they're not going to understand it. So you got to make sure that you have a thesis statement. You got to tell them exactly what you're going to talk about. You got to do the outline. You got to include a certain amount of things in there, and you got to make sure that you do an assignment worth turning in. One that's going to be worthy of an A, maybe a B, but pretty much worthy of some kind of grade that's going to help you succeed academically. Well, that concludes my presentation of the reasons that I think that study skills and study success strategies are important, because I have been able to complete one degree, and I'm looking forward to completing another degree, and I hope that you'll agree with me that the strategies that I just gave to you are very much necessary to be applied into your life and to use as study skills for your future academic learning. Thank you. Have a good one.